There we are. Very simple. Beginners can do this as long as they can buffer, I believe. But anyways. Line up somewhere between here, where Link's right foot does not border, but is near the ledge. It probably doesn't matter too much if it's on the ledge, but this is such a wide area, to somewhere like here, where Link's left foot is on this dot here, the big one, or even in the middle. Just depends. It's going to affect what case you get later on, what position you get. But somewhere between there and there. Target the wall. Do 4 ESS right. I like to pull Link's fins out. And come on, there we go. What I'm looking for is Link's right Zora fin to the top of it to border the very middle of Link's collar. See up, going to buffer, yeah, 1 right input, like so. Shield turn down. You can do that while C-upping, it doesn't matter. You're going to hold down, backflip. You're going to backflip and continue holding the inputs where target down and A. Should be fine if you backflip, or if you backwalk a little bit, it really doesn't matter. I butchered this setup. That was the wrong angle. I must have done 2 C-up rights. Come on. You don't have any real fear of targeting that wall then either. You have to be very intentional to target that wall. Alright. So now I'm looking at this tree up here, the top left, and specifically the left side and where it falls upon the hearts. What we want for is somewhere either midway on the first heart or a little past. If it's midway, you have case 1. If it's to the left of the middle on the left side of the tree, then you have case 2. You can technically use the frame before that, but it's a bit tighter on the frame data. If you're going for buffered inputs, you might as well use it, but I've been testing more with the other frame, the frame right after, just because simplicity, really. While I'm at it, the only difference between these two cases, if you get the middle or the left of the middle, is where exactly you start from on those positions, in the position set up before, along the wall. Some spots will give you, there are a couple of ranges, basically, but some ranges will give you case 1, where you're just, well, basically you're... Okay, so I have a case 2. Basically, you're going to be here, so you need to input that extra frame, or you're just going to be back a little further. That's all there really is to it, so you just have an extra frame or not. Otherwise, everything is offset, everything else is the same. Case 1, this is case 2 here. Case 1 being left side of the trunk is in the middle of the heart. You have some other extra frames that work for the ledge, the grab, but if you're buffing, it doesn't matter. Anyways, we have this frame now. We're going to start pulling left. We're 5 frames. That is frame 4. It's the frame before. And frame after, before or right as Link finally turns 90 degrees to the left, tilts 90 degrees to the left. Start holding up to go down. Again with target A. You have 2 frames to transition from up to down. They are the first frame of the monk and the frame right after. I didn't test the frame after too much. It seemed to work generally, but no other frames seemed to work from quick testing. Okay, that sounds mean that we have surfaced, believe it or not. You can hold neutral, you might as well just start holding right, and you can drop A if you want, but continue holding targets. Okay, so I start holding right. This is frame 1 that you're going to be holding it for. You're basically going for this frame here, frame 4. The frame where the gap between the islands, the rock islands in front of us, is no longer visible. From here, input a neutral frame, and then hold up. And you did it. Good job. Okay, so that was case 2. Let me just try to get a case 1 real quick. That's case 2 again. Actually, I think this spot might be case 1. Okay. More like case 2, I think. I wonder if that's just a case of the camera getting affected by the waves. Let me see something real quick. Okay, that's definitely case 2. Thought case 1 was more prevalent in case 2. I didn't think I'd need to get a save state for this. Sorry about this. There we go. So again, everything else looks the same. It's just a matter of which frame you're going on. Over here, we got some extra frames. Alright, some extra frame setups. So, 1, 2, 3 rights, then a neutral, then up works. And then there's one more, what is it? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 neutral, then up, I think. Yeah. And then there was one time where I was able to get a swing wide from right, then kind of clockwise to up, but it's kind of stupid to get. I don't recommend going for it. I only got it a handful of times. Okay, there we go. Maybe it's easier to go from down to up. I mean, it's basically the same thing. Down and neutral do kind of the same thing. Oh, okay, there we go. But it's just tight enough, and you're trying to do this amidst everything else. I don't really recommend this. Okay, well, right to neutral to up kind of works, but it's scuffed. I'm trying to get it one more time, darn it. Alright, forget it. Ah, this momentum is so weird. Hey, I did it. Alright, cheers, Jeff.